Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm absolutely filthy and disgusting. I have not showered for 2 days. My hair is super greasy and disgusting. My roots need done. Basically, I'm an absolute mess. I figured I'm not leaving the house. I'm just kind of hanging out at home today, so I'll be dirty and I'll put on some makeup. Something a little bit grungy, dirty, gross, kind of just fit in with the theme of being filthy and disgusting. I'm gonna start with this powder here, which is the MAC, what is this called? Dark Secret Sheer Mystery Powder. This is one of those products that I only bought it for the compact. I'm just gonna kind of use that as a little bit of a transition shade. Because I'm gonna go in with some more kind of like gross mustardy tones. I'm gonna take a fluffier brush. This is the MORPHE R38. Just to kind of smooth that out a little bit more. Now I know that I said a few videos ago that my signature lip was gonna be a combination that I really love. The Subculture lip pencil from MAC, and then the Urban Decay the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Liar, which I just think is such a really pretty natural nude tone on my lips. But I am also a huge fan of the Soar lip pencil from MAC, which is what I have on today. I think with the Subculture and the Liar, which while I like it and it is very natural, I think from a distance, like when I wear that at work all day, when I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, it's like my lips kind of blend into my face and you don't really see them as much. Where when I do Soar, it's a little bit deeper and a little rosier. So like from a distance, you just see them a little bit more. So then I'm gonna go in with this shade here, which is called Lady Fingers. I'm gonna take that on the same M433. I actually ordered a couple eyeshadows and a couple highlighters the other day from a company called Vanessa's Vanity, and she's an Etsy seller. But I follow her page on Instagram, and you know, I see their products all the time, and I'm so intrigued because they have like so many really cool, really interesting colors. I'll definitely do some looks with those when those come in. I also have everything ordered for the giveaway that I'm gonna be doing, which again is gonna be coming soon. And actually it's funny because I was gonna do my giveaway to celebrate, you know, 500 subscribers. And now I think I have like 565 subscribers. Maybe this is gonna end up being more like a giveaway for my 600 subscriber mark, but it is coming. Probably in the next like week or so. So be on the lookout for that. I've got some really cool stuff coming. So now that we look a little bit jaundiced, let's go ahead and hit this up with a little bit of more of a kind of gross. I don't know what this color is. You know, I depot everything. So I depotted the Jaclyn Hill palette, and there's a lot of very similar colors in there, and I feel like I kind of know what some of them are, but I kind of don't. And I'm pretty sure that this is Creamsicle. I feel like the name doesn't really go with the color, but this also could be the shade Pukey, and I'm not really sure. It's one or the other, but again, I just want to kind of deepen up the socket. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Morphe eyeshadows. Now, all of the single shadows that I had from them, they were not very good, so I did end up getting rid of all of those, and most of the pressed pigments that I had from them, I thought they were garbage too. Their single shadows could definitely be updated and maybe on par with what is happening in their palettes. I don't know, we'll see. But for right now, all of the Morphe palettes that I have, I fucking love. I think they're so good. Which is funny because then, you know, I go in with like, you know, some of my MAC eyeshadows and I just don't think they perform as well. So now I'm gonna kind of dip back and forth into this color, which again might be Creamsicle, it might be Pukey. And then the color Icon from the Lime Crime Venus palette. I'm just gonna kind of dip back and forth a little bit so we can kind of create an in-between shade. There is also a Venus 3 palette that's being released next week, which I've said for a long time that I really want a Venus 3 palette. Actually, honestly, I don't even have the Venus 2 palette. I have got to use it before. One of my coworkers had it and I was able to play around with that a little bit. But this new palette, the Venus 3 palette, to me, it really does look a lot like the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. I feel like when I saw a leaked photo of it last week, I was like, oh, so they're basically releasing the same palette at the same time. That's what it kind of looked like to me. I don't want to smoke the brown out too low. I want to keep like the brown of it like really kind of like hugging this little under eye crease here. Like I want to keep the brown really in that area because I want this to be grungy and really kind of like ugly and smoked out, but I'm also not trying to look like a drug addict either. And now going in with the MAC 221, I'm gonna dip back into Icon and keep that kind of right in like the inside of my socket. Right into the root of the lashes there. Now I'm gonna take a Morphe E36. I'm just gonna dip into Icon a tiny bit just to add a tiny bit more definition right there in that inner corner. Because again, since I want this to be a little bit more of a grungy look and not so perfect and so pretty, if it's a little bit messy in there, for this look, I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some liner on the waterline. I'm gonna go in with this tiny ass little pencil. Oh my God, it is time to, it's time to go shopping, I think. I'm gonna use Coffee by MAC. Now this thing is a nub. I love the color of this pencil. Now I feel like I definitely wanna pick something up that's the exact same color, but is probably a little bit more long lasting. I mean, this one does okay, but like that Maybelline gel pencil that I got, the black one, that one lasts for so fucking long in the waterline, like, you know, 16 hours later, and it still does not even move, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to pick up a really dark, dark, dark brown like this that is going to have that same kind of lasting power. This thing is used so much that the lid is actually longer than the pencil itself. Look at that. So I'm gonna use a MAC Dazzleshadow in the shade I Like to Watch. I'm gonna apply that on top of the NYX glitter primer. You know how your first impression isn't always the right impression? I know that I had said that I didn't really think that I liked it that much. I've been using it a lot lately. I've been using it with shimmery eyeshadows. I've been using it with glitter. And I gotta say, my first impression was the wrong impression. I'm sorry that I didn't like you at first because I really like you now. So I just squeezed some of that onto this MAC palette. On a Morphe M421, I am going to pick up that glitter primer and apply that starting on the center of the lid and then just kind of tapping that out towards the edges a little bit. And then on this MAC brush that the numbers are worn off of, so I have no idea what it is, I'm gonna take that Dazzleshadow and press that onto the glitter primer. And then glitter primer on the other eye. And then I like to tap that on rather than swiping it because I don't want to disturb the shadow underneath it. These Dazzleshadows are so good. I like these so much. And then just kind of bringing a little bit more of that kind of pukey shade kind of down a little bit. moving into that inner corner there. And I'm gonna go over top of that with the highlighter anyway, but I still just wanna have like some consistency with that kind of pukey warm tone all the way around. I feel like since I have so much shimmer going on my lid, and since I want to keep this really kind of like grungy and really smoky, I think I'm just gonna skip an inner corner highlight and I'm just gonna stick to like a cheekbone highlight. Sound good? I'm gonna start with Champagne Pop on a Morphe M510. Lay that down first. That's such a good highlight. And to be perfectly honest with you, like I have like quite a few like fine lines in that area. And I know that laying a highlighter down on top of them emphasizes them more, but I don't give a fuck. Like I just really like highlighters so much that I don't care if it's emphasizing lines. I don't. Now in close-up pictures for Instagram, I'm gonna Facetune the fuck out of that shit because I just think that it makes better looking pictures, you know, when you're really kind of focusing more on like the actual makeup that you did. And I feel like fine lines, pores, that kind of stuff can be really distracting in a photograph. So, I mean, I'll go ahead and edit that out, but just like in real life when I'm looking at it and I see, you know, the highlighter sitting on top of like a fine line or like that pock mark right there. But again, in real life, I just don't even fucking care. So over top of Champagne Pop, I'm gonna go in with a highlighter from, you guessed it, Posh Pepper Beauty. This one is called Exotic Embers. This is another one of my custom orders. I wanted it to be like a very yellow kind of base that had like a pinky orangey kind of shift. I'm gonna kind of just swatch this for you guys. So here it is just swatched on my finger. Not sure how that shows up on camera, but I don't think this is gonna be for like everyone's skin tone, but I think when this is layered with other highlighters, it can just be really pretty and really interesting. I'm dipping into that on this Morphe M504. Layer that right over top. And since this definitely has a pink shift to it, I think that kind of helps to soften the edge of the yellow in that highlighter. One for the tops, one for the bottoms. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of this Buxom lip gloss in the color Sugar, which is a plumping gloss, which I really like a lot. I don't know if this one actually physically plumps your lips, but it feels good. They feel plump. And this stuff, it doesn't burn at all. It's more of like a icy cold kind of feeling on your lips. And I'm a huge fan. And I always kind of dab a gloss on top of my lips when I have a lip liner on because I'm not trying to like really change the color. I feel like if you're swiping on top of a lip liner, inevitably it's gonna end up picking up that color on the doe foot, dipping it back into the lip gloss, and I feel like it's just gonna kind of change the color. So I like to just kind of dab it on. All right, let's pull this greasy hair down. Oh my God, look at that. Ugh. Yeah, so that is all you're getting with this hair today. Sorry, it's gross. It goes with the whole look, it's fine. If you like this video and you wanna see more like it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscription button down below. Be sure to tell all your friends about it so that they know to watch, and I'll see you guys on the next one.